All right, to hype up the Bills, though, for the first three quarters before everyone immediately shifted their focus to the Dolphins, justifiably. Dude, they were laying it down on Miami, dude. The way that they played at the beginning of this game and in the first half was unbelievable. And we even have a comment here from Lance Mansfield. Can we talk about how McDermott continues to turn undrafted players and late round backups into very good ones? Shout out to Cam Lewis, Jamarcus Ingram, Bale Inspector, DeMar Hamlin. Christian Benford's the biggest example. I did a mock draft at the beginning of the season, and I thought they need to get an upgrade over Christian Benford. Benford's looked great. He's been phenomenal. He played great in this game. He has been a guy that has been impossible to separate away from. I just think that this is true comeuppance for everybody this whole offseason. I think you even were one of these people that were saying, oh, the Bills.
You got to be careful.
The Bills, they lost all these receivers and all these veterans. What's going to happen? Is this going to be a reset year? No, they are playing so good in their secondary. They turned over to a ton, created a huge amount of confusing opportunities for him to throw those interceptions. Those weren't just standard picks, man. Those were really good coverage interceptions that they pulled out. And on top of that, their offense, they shifted the focus. Instead of being, hey, we just need to get the ball to Stephon Diggs so he doesn't have a meltdown every single game, we can spread it around and work with the guys that fit in certain game plans. And James Cook played his ass off.
He had a great night.
I'm picking the Bills to win the AFC East, and that I don't think anyone thinks it's a hot take, but I'm sticking with that.
Cock Michaels Esquire was happy to have James Cook on his team.
Is that the name of your fantasy team?
Yeah. It was. It's great. I had a great night last night watching James Cook run all over him. And Miami's soft. We know Miami is a soft team. I didn't think they were going to be this soft in September. We normally wait for them to go cold when it gets cold. But Buffalo did not look phased. I thought that Josh Allen's ball distribution was great. It was a healthier mix between the tight ends. And then Khalil Shakir was good. People are questioning what's going on with Keon Coleman and his chemistry of Josh Allen. That maybe that gets hashed out or fleshed out later in the season. But if you have a good thing going, just let Josh Allen make the right decisions. Yeah. I loved what I saw from the Bills D-line last night. Miami doesn't have a trash O-line, but Ed Oliver was taking over, which I like. I was waiting to see a game where Ed Oliver made a huge impact play and took over, and he did. He was huge in this game. I mean, Buffalo just bullied these guys. It was impressive. And what McDermott was doing feels a little bit what McVay has done with his defenses in Los Angeles, where, okay, we're going to bring in a star, and then we're going to have Christian Roseboom and Troy Reeder, two FCS guys, manning the defense.
Two of the stiffest dudes that you've ever seen.
For 5 years, they've been manning that defense, and they're going to keep.
You don't have to pay them anything. That's the crazy part. That's the whole concept here.
But they're finding value, and they're obviously it's a testament to the coaching in the building to get these guys, because anybody that's in the NFL has the talent to play there. The scouts and it's so looked over. It's judiciously looked over, every single aspect of each player, and to develop and improve in the NFL. It's good coaching from that Bills staff. It's good coaching from the Rams staff. Any team that you see that isn't just star nabbing and isn't just a basement team and is actually producing good players to fit their roles, it's good assistant coaches and position group coaches.
This is a good comment here by Jamie, playing too high cover 2 to make sure 10 and 17 didn't get behind the defense. It's always astounding when you watch Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane all pop off with so much room to run, and they're creating space for themselves. That's what they are. And then that's what this offense is predicated on, is let's get the ball to these guys in short areas in space to allow them to create after the catch. It is why McDaniel was hired from the 49ers and what they used to do and still do so successfully, and why McDaniel has ratcheted it up to an even more successful level here with the Dolphins. Whenever a team shuts them down, and it's why whenever they do get shut down, they're completely removed offensively from a game, and it's been complete, immovable, inept offenses. It's because they play this way, where they're playing back. You create a couple of turnover-worthy opportunities. You get a couple of sacks. You get in your quarterback in the opposing quarterback's face. You get in Tua's face. It's just really, really great coverage approach to go that way. And I think it's something that's not talked about enough, where it feels like it's, if you scheme it properly, Miami is easy to shut down.
Yeah, it also takes good linebacker play, and their linebackers played really well without Matt Milano, who is an NFL star linebacker.
Some Clemson guy in there that was playing that I've never heard of in my life. Wait, let me look this up.
No, the Bills have the Dolphins number, and if you're a Dolphins fan, it's just, and every NFL fan has a team where you just know that they have your number, where you're not going to get by them. You were talking about the Skins and the Giants, and Giants fans feel like they can never get by Washington. It's the same way inversely. Atlanta, it feels like we can never beat Philly, and that's not just because we're playing Philly, but because I've seen the Philly games. Every team has that bugaboo team that they can't get by. In Miami, it's in the division, and that is tough. You have to play tougher against Buffalo, because Buffalo now is coming with a different attitude from star-powered offense to, we have to be a cohesive, balanced offense.
I will forever bet on the Bills in these matchups. I 1,000% am going to do that.
Oh, thanks, Samuel. Cowboys cannot get past Niners and Packers. True, they can't.
That's another good example.
The Cowboys should have whooped the Packers last year, but I bet on the Packers in that playoff game because I know they cannot get past them. They get the yips. They get weird when they play San Francisco. They play outside of themselves instead of just remaining as the Cowboys. They choke a little bit facing these teams.